I don't know, man. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry? Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance, of course. I forgot about this. Oh, it's so obvious now that I see it. Yeah. It's like the most famous game this year. I'm not your typical gamer. My house is just middle class, and every week I have to cut the grass.
Before you start watching my video, I just want to say a few words. It's just a demo. The audio is rough because I was writing it for myself.
Take me back.
And the track is still just a keyboard. But I wanted to put my ideas down on videotape so you can see what I'm trying to market.
Take me back. That's an old YouTube, dude.
Since the time that I've made the videos, I've been working in a recording studio to get the sound that I need. I've been working on tracks.
Listen to that buzz, the pops and hisses.
I've also been working on smoothing out my rapping.
So authentic.
So pretty much if you can understand what I'm trying to market, I think once you hear my audio demo, you'll just be blazed. And rapping's a way for me to express my point of view. And in mainstream music right now, there's not a middle-class average guy telling his point of view that's white.
That's true.
Any white rapper that's out there right now claims to be from the streets of urban areas.
They do claim to be from the streets of urban areas.
I'm just a middle-class guy trying to express myself. And so, hopefully by watching...
You've never seen that? This is a classic, like, old internet viral video, man.
I'm knocking on every door that I can to get my big break.
I feel like I probably saw this, like, 04, maybe even, like, pre-YouTube. The beat goes hard, though. I forgot about the fists at the start, man. It's so good. What's crazy to me is that, like, this looks like a video from, like, 2004, which is crazy. Like, YouTube videos from 2012 look nothing like YouTube videos from 2025. But this filmed video from 1987 is exactly the way they were shooting them in the mid-2000s, man. Culture moves so much faster now. Anyway, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but you got to see that, obviously.
I'm not the typical rapper that you'll meet. I don't live in a box, nor was I raised on the street. And
yes, sir.
See,
I'm not black.
I don't do drugs
and I don't smoke crack.
What's the problem with the rapper who's...
I swear, he's not going where you think he's going with this. It's not going. It's not a white supremacist rap, okay? I swear. In 03, that didn't even cross our mind that he might be taking it there. But in 2025, I can see why you would say that. He said, what's the problem with the rapper that's white? We're all just fighting for equal rights, man. We're all just fighting for equal rights. It's a progressive anthem. You wouldn't get it. You guys aren't nuanced enough for Denny Blaze and Hayes, man.
From the project doesn't mean that I can write $1 million checks.
Okay, not a whole lot of this stuff has aged super well. Like, can you stop? Cut the video. Cut the video. I don't know why he's picking a fight on people or with people that were from the projects. Most of the song is about how he has to cut the lawn and shit, okay? It's not about... He doesn't touch on race relations for too long. I would like to say he would probably regret that if at least he would have switched his focus a little bit. The Haidilao reservationist has arrived with a sense of purpose. I think I'm not fucking with Haidilao anymore, man. Too much fucking hassle just to get some boiled meats. The restaurant is good. I want to start by saying the obvious. The restaurant is good. Just, it's stressful as fuck to eat there, man. It's always busy. You can make a reservation, but you still got to sit in that, like, fuck-ass foyer while you wait for them to... Everybody's shouting in the foyer. There's 100 people there waiting for their table. You got to wait till they call your name at, like, 2 decibels. But yeah, oh, thank you! Old couples walking in and then taking up the host time going, like... The restaurant's really busy. We're just wondering what goes on here. I can't believe that's real as fuck. Every time I've ever been to Haidilao and waiting, there's always like an older couple that walks in and is like asking what the deal is with the restaurant. I don't know what. So I mean, it's nice to be curious even in your old age, but like they're real busy, man. Did you see the Chinese guys that reserved a VIP room at the Haidilao and pissed in the hot pot? Then the video leaked online and they had to sanitize the entire building. That's that's so fucking funny for someone else to do. That's fucking funny. Don't get me wrong, it's extremely gross. That's disgusting. But it is also really funny. They didn't realize they pissed in it for a few days. Well, that's not as funny. Those people could have gotten really sick. And Canadians act like they're above Americans? What this shit happened in China, man? Not like... I mean, it could have happened in Kelowna, honestly. I could see it happening in Kelowna, but... I mean, let's imagine that it didn't really happen and instead you saw it in a movie or something. You would laugh. Like because you did. In American Pie 2, you laughed when they drank the piss, right? When Stifler drank the piss. You laughed, man. You wouldn't laugh in a movie. Vince Vaughn pisses in the hot pot. Next day, he comes in. A bunch of people are dipping their lamb in like a vat of boiling piss. Like,
Hello, little sentient.
I think you're virtue signaling. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I think you're virtue signaling. Sounds vile? It is vile. That's why it's fucking funny, man. I should have bought the boulder.
So will I.
You're pissing me off. You gotta watch the video. His stream is insane. I'm not watching it on stream. Maybe I'll watch it in line while I'm waiting to vote. Oh man. You gotta check out his stream. I'll see it, okay? It's on the list. I don't know what to Google though, and I don't. Is it on YouTube? Because like, it seems like it would be on one of those like sketchy sites where I don't want to click the link.
I'm a people person.
This is like he's 82. Yeah, what does that even mean? I don't know, man. I feel like at 82 he'd be pissing like pretty light. He's pissing like he's got his thumb on a garden hose. That's good. Fast cars, shooting stars, that's all of the lights, all of the lights. Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, Dracula, a monster with no conscience. That's monster? Yeah, I know, it's funny though. He just keeps saying monsters. Also, someone, I think they were on Toasty. Because Toasty made that like, that Hitman video. And then there was like someone in the Discord watched it and said, Kanye mention halfway through. Buddy, we didn't know, man. We didn't know. In 2016, we didn't know. How could we possibly predict it? If someone someone came into my chat in 2016 and was like, I'm from the future. Kanye West is going to turn into a Nazi in 9 years. I would be like, that doesn't make any sense. Now, in 2025, you're like, that's believable. But in 2017, 2016, we didn't know what the hell was going on. That sounded far-fetched, man. Yeah, he went DEFCON 5 in 2021. I mean, he was at like DEFCON 7 because they go down. But you're like, you know, he's more likely to go DEFCON 7 to no DEFCON than he is to go to DEFCON 2. At least that's the way I was thinking back then. I like to believe in the goodness of people, but I was still thinking of like, you know, that tweet where he's like, don't you hate when you bring your own water bottle onto a flight, then you finish your water, and for the rest of the flight, you got to babysit the water bottle? I think about that every time we buy something at the airport before we get on the plane. I'm like, I don't want to have to carry this shit on the airplane the whole fucking time. I literally think of that tweet every time I'm in the Hudson News getting ready to get on the airplane. Just ask a stewardess? Bro, don't call them stewardesses. Show some respect. They're basically like a waiter that also is legally required to lay down their life for you in the event of an air disaster. Ack! That's true. I'm more of an ack guy. When it's Monday and I haven't had my coffee, God, don't even get me started. You're going to get me going on the when Redditors see the thread that is like, name an addiction that's societally acceptable. Have you ever talked to my boss before he's had his coffee? I would rather that he was on fentanyl. They might actually believe that. You know, I think this was rage bait. I think the bots are getting smarter. But there was a thread on Reddit today that was, you're at the casino and your friend gives you $200 to gamble. You win $262,000. How much do you give your friend? I will say the modal comment, the most common top level comment was half. And some people even said half plus $200 just to make it like perfectly even. And I thought that was very fair. The top comment was 20 grand. And I was almost crashing out. What do you mean you're not giving him half? He gave you all the money for the bet, man. I'd say like 50. What do you mean? You didn't do anything. You're acting like you turned $200 into 262,000. He turned $200 into 262,000 with the help of the casino. You just happened to put it on the table, man. You're literally look at all it took to sunder your friendship, man, and not give him half. The random number generator picked your number, and you're like, well, without me, he wouldn't have had the money, dude. He wouldn't have had the money. You didn't do anything. A gift is a gift. You guys are crazy. Well, just so you know, I'd never stake you. Anyone who replied 131,000, I'll stake you. Because you're staking for the purpose of keeping the fun at the casino going. I'm not a gambler, but I think it's the unspoken thing is like, sure, man, you bust it out. Here's $200, you know, like stretch it out so we can have a couple extra hours here. I don't necessarily think you're a bad person if you give them 20 grand. But I do think you're a worse person than I am, for sure. You could be more of an asshole. You could be like, here's your $200 back, and then try to walk away with the 259, 800. But like, I feel like if I were the friend that gave you the $200, I would almost resent that there was a conversation. I would be like, we're obviously splitting it, right? It's not virtue signaling. I'm telling you, you could hook me up to a polygraph test. A, I don't gamble, but B, if Mouth was like, here's $200, I'll do you one better, man. If a stranger said, hey, here's $200 so you can keep gambling, and then I hit a jackpot, I would search through the casino to find the stranger and say, the universe has rewarded your generosity. It's both of our lucky days, brother. Here's 131. I would. I swear to you. It's the right thing to do. You have to have a clear conscience. That's what you have to do. You don't know me. I e-transferred that Palestinian bakery $18 for the baklava after I went through my credit card statement and saw that for some reason the order that I made at the farmer's market got canceled. You don't know me like that, okay? I could have walked away. There's no security cameras at the farmer's market. It's against their fucking ethos or whatever to turn that place into a police state. I could have twisted that to my advantage. Instead, I said, I'm not going to violate their kindness and the trust that they have in their fellow man. What if a viewer turned the $5 into 260? I would not expect anything because once the $5 leaves my hand, there's no conditions attached to it. We're not in a casino. If we were in a casino and a viewer took $5 and then turned it into, I don't know, what's 262,000 divided by 40? You do the math. I wouldn't expect anything. I would think it'd be nice if they came over and were like, hey, here's a couple grand. But why would you know? Why are you seeking sympathy just for being fair? No, I'm trying to shame the people who said they'd only give $20. Because I think it's crazy to me that in a hypothetical situation, you're still being cheap. Because that, to me, my prejudice is that in a real situation, you'd probably be even cheaper. Because it's easy to be generous in the abstract, but when the rubber meets the road and you actually got to cut the check, it's kind of like a different story. So if you're saying you're giving them 20, I bet you're trying to nickel them down to like 5. I could be wrong. Maybe you're the last honest man. So you're not answering honestly? No, I'd give him the 130. That's why I said you could hook me. Nobody else said you could hook me up to a polygraph test. I don't know if they work anyway. You could hook me up to a polygraph. I swear to you. I don't even think my heart rate would rise 1 beat per minute. I would give them half. Full stop. Full stop. The only reason, to be honest with you, if Mouth gave me $200 to gamble and I won 262,000 and then I gave him half, I think he would be like, what do you mean half? You wouldn't have even been able to make the bet if it wasn't for the $200. So that's the only thing that's giving me a little bit of pause, but I think that might be like a mouth-specific example. I think that most other people would probably be like, that seems equitable, and I appreciate that. Let's go bowling, cousin. But he is, a straw man mouth is hella out of line for that. He shouldn't have said that. Anyway, I would give him I would give him all of it if it's an unskilled bet like roulette, half if it's a skilled bet like sports. Buddy, you got to have some self-respect. First off, there's no such thing as skill betting in sports unless you're James Holzhauer. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You're going to give it all? All? So you just took the $200 just for the love of the slot machine or something. That's crazy to me. Why you're gambling like pro bono, man? That's insane. Like you wouldn't even keep the 200. You would give it all up. That's madness to me. I would feel uncomfortable taking it, to be honest with you. Either way, I'm breaking him off 400. It's not even real money, and you're being so offensively cheap. I don't know. I just can't put myself in your shoes. Well, so West Elm Caleb, you've been on a come up too. Your aura's been damaged a little bit. Breaking him off is such a great term when it's the guy's money in the first place. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. 2 times 19 count organic flour tortillas. You know what it looks like? It looks like some Balatro stuff. It's like, are there 2 or are there 19? I haven't weighed in on 1 man versus 1 gorilla, but I did weigh in on, 100 men versus 1 gorilla. I did weigh in yesterday on 200 men versus a polar bear. 200 men beat a polar bear. The reasoning the reasoning I used, and there's no easy way to say this. The first few dudes are probably gonna die, or at least be really badly maimed, like perhaps mortally, especially if it takes place on the polar bear's home turf, like in the tundra. I think you need a few guys, like maybe 10 guys in front of the polar bear. And they're basically like Penn and Teller style misdirection. Like they're dressed up as if they're seals or something. Not Navy SEALs, but like, seals that the polar bear would eat. And then as soon as the polar bear rushes the 10 guys that are tip of the spear, you get like 50 guys just to sprint at the side of the polar bear. There's no shot 50 dudes slamming into the side of this polar bear is not going to knock him over. And once he's knocked over and he gives up his back, you just need 1 guy with some MMA training. Because once you get him into like a ground and pound situation, the polar bear's not built for that. So that's my thoughts on that subject. I think you could do it losing less than 10 guys easy. The gorilla is a little tougher because because it's bipedal, there's like less surface area to work with. There's less attack surface. You got to have some true believers at the front of the gorilla melee because they're going down. But eventually, the gorilla's going to get tired. Polar bears are 1,000 pounds. Buddy, I'm telling you, 50 dudes slamming into the side of a polar bear is taking it out. Once it's on its side, it's over. Also, this shit's pissing me off because we did this. Like, our species did this back in the day. Why do we have to do it again? It's like making you pass your SATs to keep your job. We already beat them. We beat them in the cradle of civilization. We beat them at the intersection of the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers. We exerted our will upon them. The order has not changed in 100,000 years. You lost. Get over it. You had your chance. You were here before us, probably. I don't know shit about the Cambrian explosion. This is Dominica. Is Dominica a country? Yes, it is. You didn't know that, and I did. That's why I typed it. Yemen? Yemen is adjacent to the answer. Yemen is adjacent to the answer. The mystery country is Oman, bro. Oh, God, oh, man, oh, God, oh, man, oh, God, oh, man, oh, God. I haven't heard that video in a long time. Librarian, does that get content ID matched? It seems your pet has killed them.
Oh man.
Oh God, oh man. Oh God, oh man.
Oh God, oh man. Oh God, oh man. Oh God.
I need the extended version from 17 years ago, please. Oh, okay, you're gonna have the music scary. The music is a greater risk. All right, let's see what we're doing here. This is what shit used to look like on YouTube, man. This is the highest definition that they offer it in.
My husband is having an affair with your wife.
But
I
it
don't think we
seems
should
your
talk
pet.
about it. Does your pet kill them?
I forgot about. I forgot of the letter is even funnier, man. I don't think we should talk about it because your pet has killed them. Let's wait till he opens the letter here.
My husband is having an affair with your wife.
I don't think we should talk about it.
Does your pet kill them?
What the hell is going on in the story, man?
Oh, man.
Great spot to read a letter, though. Can you imagine opening that letter? My husband is having an affair with your wife. I don't think we should talk about it. Because your pet, it killed them. Back then, you'd watch this video twice and go outside. Yeah, man, you'd go to school the next day, and then like some kid in the cafeteria would reference it, and it would be like, you'd be like, damn, dude, you should be like a professional comedian. This is obviously the GOAT, Louis Erickson. Sorry, my bad. Louis Erickson. It's been so long, and I can't not laugh, man. But you guys don't care about sports, but you might care about stories. Louis Erickson in the 2016 offseason was the Vancouver Canucks' big free agent signing. In his first game, he scored an own goal, which very, very rarely happens in hockey to begin with. And that was the height of his career as a Vancouver Canuck, and he was with the team for 6 years. And there's a very famous image of him being on the bench, just looking like he was being taken up to heaven. Librarian can probably find it. It would be Louis Erickson, bench meme picture, LOL. What can I say? He sucks, man. Oh, you're talking about the Louis Erickson photo? Who getting the best head? It's a great image, right? The video of him scoring the own goal where he's on the ice with like his mouth open is so good. The clip is so funny. I can't watch that on stream. That's a problem. But I think this one, I'm going to try to stay on the back of mine while you come in, and then I'm going to jump and you should come down as I fall.
Okay.
So you'll like jump and push me. I'll go to the back of mine. Right before you land, I'm going to try to fall. Oh, you know what? Yeah, raise it up. Ah!
Groban.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, jump.
Nice.
Huge.
The Groban was the difference maker.
I stole that from Chad.
I was gonna say it.
It had the feeling like the makings of a Chad idea. It was like out of nowhere. I was like, what if we tried this mechanic we haven't used since we learned it in the tutorial?
But that's what I respect about you. Every now and then you'll take something from chat and you'll give them credit. That's why your ELO is above 600.
I don't want to talk about that, man. It just bums me out.
What?
I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk about Rampart. Okay, I'm not.
Me too. I'm just talking about I know your ELO is above 600.
Uh-oh. I would love to see my face.
Ah,
I really don't want to see my face. Oh.
Yeah!
That's all right. That shit's like paying tax, which is good.
Hey, that insinuates I'm the IRS. I'll take kindly to that.
They're going to quote that in the revolution, but when you're wondering if they're going to be coming for you.
I'm not going to be the
true.
first to die, but I do think there'll be a conversation at some point.
He's near the back of the line for the guillotine.
Because Pokemon was saying stuff like, we got to stop the rich people, and people did not like that. They were like, you are the rich people.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
We already have one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit. Aren't you the rich?
No. Like the
Pokey.
ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the
You have to
unnecessarily
clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh,
You
the
gotta
ultra
say
giga rich.
the billionaires.
The billionaires.
you are rich.
The Bezos.
And then they're like, but there's richer people.
Like,
and then
people don't understand the difference between like a millionaire and a billionaire.
Yeah, but then there's only like a couple thousand of them. Once they finish with them,
They're
gonna get restless.
No, then we're all just chilling, man.
Oh, then we're chilling. Okay.
Then we kick back. Yeah.
Guy with $999,999,999 in his bank account.
Yeah, the wipe in his
Ooh,
brow.
that was a close one.
Sweat from the brow.
Anyway, B4.
Bingo. That's B4.
You sunk my battleship?
That's my chess move.
Chess move.
Oh, right. Sorry.
B4? Oh, he's a live stream fails posting. I see.
How do people look? This is more of a general thing. It's obviously about that, but I speak to a more general part of it. But like, how do people think that they can get away with cheating sometimes? Like, it's
Yeah, it is
crazy
kind of crazy.
how much
kinda
people think they can get away with. You know,
It is possible.
What actually happened? I don't know if you want to open the can of worms. I'm just curious.
Streamer just cheated at chess is all. There's not much. more you
Like
can
how
do.
though? Did he just like?
Well, you can. So robots are better than people at chess. So
Robots are better than people. You ever see Frozen? Sven, don't you know that's right? Yeah,
Robots suck better
I'm
than
just pissed
people.
off they didn't have something in their ass telling them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Where's the fun in cheating if you don't have the butt plug?
Yeah.
I have one clip. I'm gonna see if you can guess it. I have one clip of Family Feud in my mind, and you have to put it in a context. It came from like either a TikTok or YouTube short. Do you know what clip I'm thinking of?
Naked grandma?
No, it's
not naked grandma?
No, it's Steve Harvey, a dude, and a girl at like the red buzzers, and Steve Harvey's like, "What are you gonna do to distract them?" And she goes,
Get him, Carly, get him, yeah. Distract him.
I'm like you, she's at home.
Oh, that explains the gaze. Okay, that's what you're saying.
"Woo!" And the guy starts barking, ruff, ruff, ruff. And then Steve Harvey goes, "You're married. Your wife's right behind you. You never saw that clip?"
I've never seen that one.
Oh no, I think you have. It's probably not appropriate, but anyways, I'll send it to you. Why in chat if you know the clip I'm talking about, and in chat if no. Librarian, pull that up. All right.
You ever see the Canadian Family Feud one where they're in sudden death at the buzzer? And Jerry D, he's kind of like our Steve Harvey. He goes, name a food associated with Popeye.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken.
Oh my god.
Show me chicken.
And then the lady buzzes in like a millisecond, and she's so confident. She's got a big smile on her face, and she goes, chicken! And she's like shimmying her shoulders when she says it. Oh, that's a good one.
And she's right?
No, I mean, nah, man. It wasn't number one, so it doesn't matter.
It has to be number one? Well,
for sudden death, there's only one answer on the board. Top one answer on the
Oh.
board.
Oh, okay. It was olive oil.
No, man, it's spinach.
Oh.
Hey, NL, did you see this tweet? It's funny. Y'all can body shame me for being bald, something I have no control over, but when I call you a fat slob that needs to go to the gym because your heart is giving out, I'm the bad guy. It's giving 23-year-old bald guy who might be an incel, who doesn't go outside, who's having a shower argument with somebody in his head. It's giving guy who's like really, really mad at the world and thinks that he's making up someone who's hypocritical and then owning them. It's giving you talking to chat. I would couch it in more ambiguous terms rather than saying it directly. You know what it reminds me of? Do you ever see that post that's like, it's a cartoon and it's like, make it make sense? and they're weighing their suitcase at the gate at the airport, and they're like, sorry, your suitcase is 1 pound over. And they're charging them extra money. But then they usually draw like a caption that's like, this person weighs 500 pounds. And they're like, your suitcase is fine, you're good to go. And then you're like, make it make sense. And then the top comment is always like, they have weight limits on the suitcases so that the people loading the bags into the airplane don't break their backs. And then the people that posted it are like, yeah, but if that weren't the case, you could see how it would be really hypocritical because, like, the amount of mass that I'm bringing onto the airplane is less than the mass that they're bringing onto the airplane. And it says a lot about society. It's given that. It's given that. NL, did you see this tweet? It's really funny. I can't post the link, but it's basically a video where this girl's getting interviewed about the best way to give a blowjob, and then she says, you gotta give him that spit on that thing. I haven't seen that one. Is she related to the financial criminal, Haktua? Of the Louisiana Hawk? No, it's gotta be a Tennessee. Did you see the post on the subreddit that was like, NL's methodology for solving the parlor games is all wrong. And then when you click on the post, it says, surprise, bitch, I got you. It's actually, this is like gay Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that. It got me really good, man. that was really good. Dude, sometimes Reddit is so funny. 52 male, no kids, never drank alcohol or smoked anything in my entire life. AMA. What the fuck am I going to ask you? You haven't done anything. What'd you eat for lunch? Like, what's the question? What am I gonna ask? There's nothing wrong with being boring. It's good to be boring, especially when you're 52. But like, why are you doing an AMA, man? What's your favorite hobby? I'm into cars. Okay, good. You're a guy. You're just a guy. You're just a guy. That's fine. What do you do when you get sad? What I've always done. Deal with it. Dealing with it is all I've known. That's not even an answer. You said, ask me anything. You're not even giving them an answer, man. You're not even looking inside yourself or anything. That's crazy. Since I've always been a chill guy, getting loose comes naturally to me. You can drink alcohol and I can drink water. We can socialize equally. I've been around drinkers all my life. Oh, yeah, but like, I'm not... No, what are your vices? Since my diet is so strict with my bodybuilding. Oh, no, man. No. I'm putting the phone down. I put the phone down. I threw it away. I'm not making fun of him. I just don't need to read more from a 52-year-old bodybuilder. I'm not making fun of him. We're on different paths. You know how I feel about guys in their 50s who have abs. It's not what God intended for us. God intended for you to have abs age 15 to like maybe 27, and then like just get a little softer over time. 15? Yeah, man. You just like, you don't have to build abs. They're there by default. It came for free with your fucking mitosis. That's like one of the worst days of your life in middle school when you go to like a pool party and then you take off your shirt to get in the pool and you got like a little belly. And then you look around you and all your friends have abs. And you're like, well, I guess I missed the fucking memo. I guess we all got abs now, huh? This is a substantial aura loss for me at the pool party. Been there? Who would have thought all the dudes who were playing school sports have got abs? I've been sitting here playing PlayStation 2. I got like a little beer belly just from drinking like, 3 Tahiti treats after I got home from school every day. It doesn't seem fair. Shirt in the pool. You can't, even if you're not I don't mean this to be rude. You can wear a rash guard in the pool these days to not get a sunburn. In the 8th grade in 02, you had to choose. If you were a little chubby in the 8th grade, you had to choose. No shirt in the pool. Everybody knows you're chubby anyway. You can pretend to be confident. Fake it till you make it. Or shirt in the pool, get made fun of. That's rough. Because everybody knows that you're a little pudgy anyway. And then also you're showing weakness. And it does kind of look worse. No shirt is always better. These days I wear a rash guard. And if anyone was like, are you self-conscious to take your shirt off? I've got plausible deniability. Have you ever heard of melanoma, bitch? But in the 8th grade in 02, you didn't have those options. That's true. You should wear a shirt in the pool when you have abs. And then when they're like, take your shirt off. Okay, be careful what you wish for. But if you have an Audi, It's just a bad roll. You can recover from an Audi. In 02, I'm just being honest with you. I'm not sure I've ever seen an Audi in real life. I know they exist. They gotta exist at like 1%, 2% of the population, but I don't think I've ever seen one. It kind of blew my mind. It was within the last year that I found out that it's not the doctor's choice whether you get an innie or an outie. It literally depends on like where the tissue falls off after the umbilical cord is clipped. Like I have a child who had their like clipped umbilical cord fall off, and I didn't know how a belly button became an innie or an outie. I'm traveling down the road and I'm squirting with disaster. Got my finger up my bum and my wrist is moving faster. Got my denim on the floor and someone comes a-knocking. Please don't open the door, I'm still stroking my cock and squirting with disaster, babe. Y'all don't know what I mean. Okay, that's all I got, but I think we went longer than expected.
That was crazy.
Dang.
Yeah. You didn't have that written down?
No, it came to me in a dream.